Now, how to tackle corruption in Africa is at the top of the agenda at the African Union Summit, which is underway in Addis Ababa. The theme for the AU Summit this year is Winning the Fight Against Corruption, a Sustainable Path to Africa's Transformation. The 2016 Corruption Watch report indicated that the most prevalent types of corruption reported over the past few years center on abuse of power, followed by bribery and then procurement corruption. Attendees have said that corruption is one of the most urgent issues to address.
It's too bad for the population to bear, and it underpins huge political instability. It underpins many of the service delivery protests that we're talking about. It definitely diverts public resources from where they should go to into the pockets of a few.
Institutions like the Pirate Protector and other Chapter 9 institutions or constitutional institutions which are responsible to fight corruption. And since corruption is a scourge which affects or impedes development in any country, they need to be well-resourced, well-funded. So that is the biggest challenge I'm facing as the Pirate Protector. Corruption impedes development. At the end of the day, who suffers? The very same people which we are supposed to be protecting.
Well, now for more on the African Union Summit, VOA Swahili reporter BMJ Muriithi joins me by phone from Addis Ababa. Hello, BMJ.
Hello, Vincent. Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Now, let's start with the meeting between President Trump and President Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Has there been any kind of reaction there in Addis Ababa?
Actually, there has been a reaction, even though it is not official. It's not a formal reaction to the meeting that happened. And the fact that President Donald Trump, I heard him there, congratulating Mr. Kagame for being nominated or appointed as elected as the chair of the African Union. That is one of the things that people here are talking about, that President Trump would even go that route of congratulating Paul Kagame, especially because of one of the things that you mentioned earlier there, the statement that was allegedly made by Donald Trump. So this is an issue that is coming up. They have not said anything officially about the meeting with Mr. Kagame, but it is expected that when he comes, it is expected that he will be here because the handing over ceremony is expected to be done here on Sunday.
Yes. Now, regarding the theme of the African Union Summit, fighting corruption, we know that most of those African leaders who are coming there are themselves accused of corruption, being beneficiaries of corruption, abating corruption, condoning corruption. What are you hearing from the sidelines of these talks before the leaders come in? How hopeful are people that these African leaders can actually tackle a problem which they are part of?
Vincent, there is a sense of skepticism because this issue about corruption is, of course, not new, not in Africa, and trying to find ways of getting rid of it or even trying to contain it is not a new thing. So there have been many ways of trying to contain this situation, and therefore, even though the theme, as you said, is getting rid of corruption, the skepticism is there. One of the key officials from the United Nations on matters Africa, Vera Tonga, yesterday, I attended one of the sessions where she was a keynote speaker, and she was saying that it's very difficult to actually contain this situation on the continent because of very many factors. And therefore, as the chairman of the commission said, they are saying that it's not easy, but they will try.
Yeah, we'll leave it there, and we just hope we get some positive results from that meeting. BMJ, Thank you very much. BMJ Muriithi is a VOA Swahili reporter reporting live from Addis Ababa.